Hi guys, my name is Bukky Tabiti. I am a current second-year medical student at Southern Illinois University. I am also a Loyola alum. I graduated class of 2017. Can't believe it's been 3 years. It's going by so fast. I actually was asked to make this video to discuss my application process when I was a Loyola pre-med student and how also COVID has affected me as a medical student now at Southern Illinois. But I first want to start this video by saying I really do hope it finds you and your family well. I hope this video finds you and your family well. And I also want to validate a lot of people who are feeling scared and uncertain right now. Considering what's going on in this world, I am also feeling scared. I am also feeling uncertain. We are in the same boat together. I know it feels like we're in the Titanic right now, but I'm sure things will hopefully just kind of flatten out and things could get back to normal. Okay, so I know 3 years has been a while and I'm not sure if I remember exactly everything I did while I was applying to med school. One thing I do know for sure that I did was, obviously meet with my pre-health committee mentor, which was Andrea. I did frequently meet with her a lot. I'm not sure. I believe there is a required time you should come and go see her, but I felt like I was there more than I probably should have been. But I wanted her to really know me so that she can better advocate for me. And I think that's something so special about Loyola that a lot of schools don't have. I don't think a lot of schools really have pre-health committee mentors that can, that are very familiar with the application process that can really help you. So take advantage of the situation and really be sincere with your mentor so they can really advocate for you. The second advice I would give would be to be active just outside of academics. I want to be frankly honest. A lot of medical students are smart. People applying to medical school are smart. So you just having good grades aren't going to really draw the attention of the committee reviewing your application. You have to also have something going for you outside of just your grades. And I think right now, with COVID, you can probably still take advantage of the situation. I know a lot of people who have sewing skills or tailoring skills, and this is just for an example. I'm not saying, learn how to sew or anything, but if you do know how to sew, make masks on the side and donate that and, put that on your application. That shows that you are a caring person, a giving person, and obviously you love your community. Okay, my third advice, and I wish someone had kind of really drilled this in my head when I was applying, is that it is expensive. It is expensive to apply to medical school. Unless you're super genius and you just are going to apply to one because you're going to definitely get into that one. I doubt anyone is doing that, but it's expensive. I think this is also another way to kind of incorporate extracurricular activities too. By having a part-time job, not only are you working to save up to apply to med school, but this is something you can also list on your application. So you're like killing two birds with one stone here. Fortunately, I was working, but a lot of my money from me working went straight to my applications. So just be prepared for that. It is going to be expensive to fill out, to pay for those applications and to travel to those schools to interview. And my fourth and last advice is honestly just take it easy, trust the process. I know that's so hard to say right now. I know people are stressed. I know COVID is not helping with the stress at all, and I absolutely understand medical school application is not helping with that stress at all. But I think you have to realize mental health is so important, and if you're just putting all this stuff inside and there's no outlet, I think it can hurt in the future. So just take it easy. What is meant to be will be. Trust the process. You're in such a great school that is well prepared with pre-health committees to help you through this process. Just trust them. They've done this before many years, many times, and they're going to get you through this. Just trust the process. Okay, I also briefly want to talk about gap year because I did take a gap year, and I remember being so distraught about it. I remember thinking, this is the end of the world. I'm never going to get into med school. I'm going to get too comfortable in my gap year, and it's going to be over with, and I won't apply anymore. It was so much going on. It was so much anxiety, and I know maybe some people are thinking about taking a gap year. If you are, don't think that that's it for your medical school career, because look at me now, like I am living proof that a gap year will not kill you. It is just, I think my gap year was amazing. It was time for me to just kind of really get my mental health together, to be honest, to prepare myself into going into med school, because I know a lot of people who did it back to back and reached out to me while they were in it and were just like, I wish I took a year off. I wish I took a year off. So take that year if you need it. Work, do research, whatever you gotta do. Basically, a gap year will not kill you. I promise you that. It's gonna be perfectly fine if you take a year off. And last but not least, I guess I'm supposed to talk about my current medical school status with COVID-19. So as of right now, I'm actually currently at home. I've been at home I believe since like the middle of March, to be honest. So not only has COVID prevented me from going to class physically or seeing patients physically, it has also actually impacted my test. So as a second year medical student, you're supposed to be prepping for this exam called STEP. So this is basically three. So there's a step 1, step 2, step 3. There are 3 exams that you're supposed to take before you can get board certified as a medical physician. And the first one is your second year of medical school. I've been studying for this exam since January. I was supposed to take it in June. I just got emailed yesterday that my exam has been canceled. So now I'm basically not really sure exactly when I'm supposed to be taking this exam anymore. And our school actually requires you to take this exam before you start your 3rd year. So now the school has basically decided as of yesterday that they will allow us to start our 3rd year without taking this exam prior. But we will still obviously have to take the exam at some point. So the problem with that is how to juggle 3rd year, which is basically you seeing a lot of patients, working with clinicians, one-on-one, you're shadowing all the time, and study for this exam. A lot of us aren't really happy about that because it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting sufficient time to study for it. So that has also been a way that we have been impacted as a medical student. I'm also sure a lot of I believe it was my junior year that I took my MCAT. So I'm also sure a lot of juniors in college right now are affected by COVID and cannot take their MCAT. So we're all in the same boat. So also as for 3rd year, there is a possibility that I might not even be able to get to see patients in real life. It might have to be like a virtual thing now. I know a lot of the 3rd years currently right now in my school, when the whole COVID situation started, they also got pushed to online school and also got pushed to online visits with patients. So I think that also really takes away from what your 3rd and 4th year of medical school is supposed to be. It's supposed to be physical interactions with patients. But I do understand, the concern. I know schools don't want to put their students at risk. So I totally understand it and I totally get it. I'm just kind of really sharing this information with you guys to let you know you're not alone in this situation. The uncertainty, I am so uncertain about my 3rd year. I'm so uncertain about my STEP exam. Is shared like amongst all medical fields right now. From DO to MD to nurse practitioner to dentist. Whatever exam we need to take has kind of been pushed on the back burner. And life has kind of been weird and been, kind of this virtual thing now. And it's scary and you're not alone in feeling this way at all. And I promise you, I think if we can just like flatten this curve, I think things should hopefully get back to normal. And hopefully we can, get back to just doing what we love to do best, which is helping people out. So I'm just going to leave you with some final words. These are actually words that I got from one of my mentors, Dr. Oladipo Cole. He basically told me when I was feeling really anxious when all of this started, I kind of reached out to him and we talked. And he basically told me that you got to realize that, as weird as this might sound, he basically said, this is exciting time to be in medicine. This is exciting time to be in medicine because we get to do what we love to do, which is to help people. Yes, it's scary, but we are helping people, and that's ideally why we all want to go into this field, right? So for a lot of medical professions right now, it is kind of a interesting time for sure. But we do have to remember why we are doing this, why we want to be doctors, why we want to be physicians, nurses, whatever it is, because we love to help people. Okay, guys, so I guess that's as much as I have to say right now. I'm sorry if I didn't answer any questions that you might have had while you were watching this video, but please feel free to reach out to me. I have a lot of time on my hands. I'm not doing anything. I'm technically not supposed to start my clinical rotations to July, so definitely have time on my hands. My email is btabiti@siumed.edu. So B is in boy. Tabiti is spelled Tabiti 89 I'm sorry, it's btabiti 89 @siumed.edu. Thank you so much, and I really hope this was helpful.